does AI art represent the greatest threat to traditional art or the future of creativity? Both beginners and professionals in the field of art were discussing this issue. Others see it as a potential threat to the art world, while some see it as a revolutionary art form. But what is AI art exactly, and why is it making such a fuss? This AI-generated artwork caused a stir in the art community when it won first place in the Colorado State Fair's art competition. The discovery rocked the traditional art world that a machine produced the work, which led to discussions about the place of technology in art and the implications for the industry's future. Jason M. Allen produced Theaters of Perispatial, a hyper-realistic piece of art made from lines of text using an artificial intelligence program called Midjourney. One of the first AI-generated works to receive such recognition, the work won the Blue Ribbon in the Emerging Digital Artist category at the fair's competition. The victory, nevertheless, attracted criticism from rival painters who charged Allen with manipulating the match. Allen defended his creation, stating that he strictly complied with all contest regulations and acknowledged the creation's AI roots while submitting it via Midjourney under his name. The photo of Theaters Are Perispatial that Jason M. Allen shared on Midjourney's Discord chat soon went viral on Twitter and sparked strong criticism. Critics of AI art insisted that it symbolized the demise of authentic art. Some artists defended Allen, saying that using AI in creating art isn't fundamentally different from manipulating digital images with programs like Photoshop. They argued that developing the ideas that result in an award-winning piece still needs human creativity. What do you think about this situation? Please feel free to express your thoughts. The debate over artificial intelligence-generated art was just getting started. As innovations like Stable Diffusion and Midjourney gained popularity, ArtStation, an online community and portfolio platform for artists working in video games, film, and comics that Epic Games acquired in 2012, developed into a hotbed for AI-generated photography. Many artists started to ask ArtStation to remove the AI art as it kept showing up on the platform. However, the corporation's refusal to be bound by these conditions increased tension and sparked discussion among the artistic community. When ArtStation revealed that a new No AI tagging function, which stops artist work from being used to train AI technology, will need opting in rather than being enabled by default, the anxiety surrounding AI-generated art increased even more. Deleting AI-generated protest imagery from the website has drawn intense criticism from the ArtStation user base, with several users threatening to stop using the network altogether. As a result of artists' inability to safeguard their distinctive approaches, anyone can produce AI-generated artwork that resembles works by real artists. This doesn't necessarily imply that the author of AI-generated art can protect it. The graphic novel Zarya of the Dawn contains graphics created by the artificial intelligence system Midjourney. The US Copyright Office has made it plain that these images are not eligible for copyright protection. Because AI art generation tools frequently use datasets containing works of art illegally scraped from the internet, many artists consider them unethical. Even the watermarks and signatures of other painters may be seen on some of these pictures. An artist named Lauren Ipsum posted pictures of portraits made with the Lenser app on Twitter that appeared to include the illustrator's signatures. The Lens app's developer Prisma Labs has integrated an AI-powered function that generates imaginative portraits that resemble those created by real painters. MKBHD is one influencer who has created videos with these photos. However, because some of Lens's images appear to contain the artist's signature traces, its findings have come under examination. This shows that the app might be utilizing other artists' work without their knowledge or consent. Lens's AI was trained to recognize that many pieces of art have scribbled text in the lower corners by scanning through various internet photographs rather than collecting autographs from any particular artist. It's also significant that businesses like Lenser and Time Machine charge a fee for utilizing their tools while making money off of people's creative production. Yet, artists receive no compensation for their work. Using the platform HaveIBeenTrained.com, artists can take back control of their digital information from businesses looking to capitalize on their hard work. This tool's developer, Spawning, worked with Lion, a non-profit using Open Network AI, to create a straightforward procedure for artists to ask for their work to be deleted directly from the datasets used to train AI generators. HaveIBeenTrained.com may be advantageous, but it's not a sure fix. Data is the most significant resource in the digital age, since it helps AI develop and create various materials, such as photographs, music, essays, and videos. Derek Murphy noted that many individuals today are morally rejecting artificial intelligence-generated art, insisting that it's not genuine art and will never utilize it. However, many of these same people rely on stock photo resources. As AI tools are integrated into their existing software, it'll get harder to exclude them from their workflow purposefully. Although AI technology is widely accepted, artificial intelligence-generated art is still controversial. In the ongoing discussion of what types of creative work should be protected, Derek Murphy argues that the war against artificial intelligence art is over. He advises reading his blog article to know both positions further, claiming that these businesses have infringed on the rights of millions of artists by training AI tools on 5 billion web-crawled photos. Without their permission, some artists have filed lawsuits against companies like Stability AI and Midjourney. Experts must decide in court if these systems violate copyright laws because the issue is complicated. The developers of AI art tools frequently claim that using copyrighted data to train the software falls within the fair use theory. However, legal action is still necessary in cases involving fair use, and several complications are related to AI art generators. The lawsuit asserts that AI art models continue to compress copies of copyright-protected training images and subsequently reassemble them, acting like contemporary collage tools. However, AI art models gather mathematical representations of patterns from these images rather than storing the photos themselves. Seattle-based Getty Images, a well-known stock photo agency, recently filed a lawsuit against Ability, the company that created Stable Diffusion, claiming that the latter violated long-standing legal protections and licensing options by copying millions of its images without authorization. A representative for Ability defended the business practices in response to the artist's lawsuit. The legal proceedings, however, have come under fire for containing technical inaccuracies, such as the assertion that AI art models store compressed copies of copyright-protected training images when, in reality, they use mathematical representations of patterns extracted from these images to produce entirely new pictures from scratch. Experts predicted that the outcome of this legal dispute would have significant implications for the future of AI before the lawsuits were even filed. It's unclear which side will win, but regardless of the result, it's evident that this case will significantly alter the AI industry. The ruling may have significant ramifications for the development and regulation of AI art generators and other AI systems, and for the future of copyright legislation and fair use in the digital era. As we wait for the outcome of the case, it's evident that this legal dispute will significantly impact the development of AI and the function of intellectual property in the digital age. What do you think about the continuing legal dispute between artistic intelligence, AI image generator firms, and Getty Images? Do you think AI generators violate the copyright of photographers and artists, or do you think the fair use concept protects them? Post your ideas in the comment section below. We appreciate your time and look forward to hearing from you.